Alright, so game 2 for our clan war is about to begin. We have Temper spawning for as Zerg for Team EXE and Joker XPN for as a Zerg for the clan XPN.
And yes, I am back just on time, it looks like. As you said with the introduction, we have the Zerg player Joker for clan XPN spawning in the top position. He's playing against Temper, who I'm guessing is with clan EXE, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
And yeah, this is a clan war. It's going to be a Zerg vs. Zerg here on, what is this, Antigua Shipyard, I believe?
Yes.
And yeah, you know, Zerg vs. Zerg, there's going to be a lot of Baneling micro, a lot of Zergling micro, hopefully. Generally what we see, and it's quite a, as I said, micro-intensive matchup. So I'm looking forward to seeing this. And this is where Fonzie talks.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, so...
You'll find out the hardest part of being a good caster is filling up the downtime.
Yeah. So, me personally, I play Zerg, and I actually enjoy this matchup because it feels like you're not forced into Baneling Ling. You can go Roach, you can go Roach Hydra, you can go Infestor-Ling or Mutaling, but it always seems to transition to the Broodlords.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting matchup, Zerg versus Zerg. Generally, it always turns out to be, like, back in the day, it was always Roach Infestor is what it would always end up being. But, I mean, these days, it's changed a lot. People are using Broodlord Corruptor a lot more, as, you know, it's a very strong, mobile force. But I don't think we'll get that far. Probably just going to see the normal Zergling, Speedling, Baneling micro exchanges, and then it'll be interesting to see what happens there. One thing that's good is that Joker XPN is going ahead and throwing down that expansion. It's kind of a, you know, you can say ballsy move there. As Temper is just finishing up his spawning pool, it's going to be a lot quicker than Joker's, and he's scouting that right now. So I'm going to have to give the edge to Temper at this point, man. He seems to be one step ahead of his opponent.
And he does have only 2 links coming out, so it doesn't look like he's going to try to exploit it too much at the moment. Because he's still droning, so he might just transition to a hatch a little bit later, but try to give a little bit of pressure onto his expansion, on the Joker's expansion.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's just going to be leaving these 2 links here, and then, ooh, the Roach Warren, huh? Is that what we're noticing, Fonzie, the Roach Warren?
Yes, that is what we're noticing, the Roach Warren. So it's probably a 1 base all-in. I'd be interested to see if he tries to expand behind it, but typically with Roach Warren this fast, you're going to be trying to all-in.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, it just looks like Temper's going to be waiting for these larvae to pop as soon as the Roach Warren goes. This is a very standard 7 Roach all-in. Should work out great, actually. If he gets enough roaches up, they're really pretty much impervious to the Zerglings. I don't even see speed being researched yet. It's just starting right now, so these roaches should probably get there before the Zerglings do. I don't know. I think that Temper's gonna probably catch Joker with his pants down, just like Batman does.
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to be able to scout this. He does have an Overlord about halfway there, so he might be able to get an extra Spine Crawler down or 2 to help defend it. If he does, it's really going to put Temper into a really rough place, though, because he'll be down 1 base, and he's taking a big risk doing this Roach push right now.
Yeah, it's definitely you know, your standard all-in play. He's trying to go right around the Xel'Naga Tower, which is ironic because he holds it. But I think what he's really trying to do is avoid any overlords that might be in the path. There are none in the middle, so he didn't really need to go that far around. And if we look at the vision right here, you know, it's scouted now by Joker. He knows that these roaches are coming. He's pumping out some links. He's got speed just about to finish, and ooh, I mean, Temper's really gonna have to be careful because he's about to get completely surrounded right now by these roaches, and that's not for Zerglings, and that's not at all what you want. And these roaches, oh man, they're just gonna get nom-nommed, and speed just finished in perfect time, and poor temper, man. This is, I don't know, that Roach All-In is something better saved for a Forge Fast Expand Protoss opponent versus a Zerg player, because as you can see here, just Speedlings seem to always beat Roaches if you have much superior numbers. Not to mention you can just do a run-by, and oh man, temper. He's throwing down the Baneling nest. Honestly, that's the best thing you can do right now.
Yeah, he also just made a whole lot of drones. He has 6 Zerglings coming, but I think it might just be a little bit too late.
Yeah, Temper's TTing. He knows that he's in trouble. It makes me wonder if he's even watching the stream right now. He's like listening to himself lose. Don't do that, Temper, I'll tell you. I've done it before. Only stream cheat when you're winning. Because that way you get to listen to yourself win, but it's no fun hearing about how a bunch of Zerglings just killed your natural. Ooh, Zerglings versus Broodlings. Always my favorite. It's like when brothers fight. Yeah,
So,
well.
I feel that Temper should have probably expanded a little bit before that. He could have possibly gotten some spine crawlers down, or maybe a few more banelings to help out with the situation. Or even pulled back when he saw that many Zerglings up there.
Yeah, and at this point, I mean, he's got banelings and his opponent doesn't, so he needs to just attack. Although his Joker is getting out a bunch of roaches right now, which, you know, I think that Temper would have been a lot better off if he waited for a second round of roaches to pop and gone in with, like, you know, a good 10, 12 roach force. It's a lot harder for Zerglings to attack that because the roaches can surround each other, ball up, and the ones in the middle aren't getting attacked, and they take out the Zerglings quite quickly. But at this point, I mean, it's just no good for Temper. These roaches aren't gonna, or these banelings aren't gonna do anything to these roaches. The roaches are smartly targeting down the banelings, chasing Temper away. And poor Temper, man. He's just he's having one of those games.
Yeah, I really don't see Temper being able to come back from this at all. I'm pretty sure Joker could just 1A into his base and completely destroy this.
Yeah, at this point, it's just basically the equal number of lings versus with about 12 roaches, so, I mean, how do you win that? There's no amount of micro that you can do to win that. You're better off not microing, like you said, just 1A. You know, at this point, he just needs to watch out for those 2-3 banelings, and once those guys explode, he's all good. Just let the roaches tank some of the damage. Just target down those banelings, and you're good. And then you can just send the lings in. But wow, basically just some horrible control there for Joker, and you know, Temper got lucky there, but at this point now his roaches are getting surrounded by the lings. Kinda ironic.
He does have 1 more lings coming out, but it's gonna be getting too late now.
Yeah, and then look at this huge force of roaches by Joker moving across the field. Oh man, those poor little drones, all they want to do is mine minerals, but these Zerglings are going to eat them up like breakfast.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be the final push right here.
Yep, here it comes. This ought to be the GG. Making a bunch of banelings, which aren't really that great versus roaches last time I checked, so... Oh, poor Temper. He's not going to be in a good temper after this.
So that's going to put XPN up 2-0 on EXE.